I'm Willie.
And I'm Harper.
Our presentation is about plastics perspective. Plastics are destroying our world in so many different ways and in so many different types. If we keep on doing this, we will never have a clean, safe world again. Either always use plastic bags or just never use material again.
Plastics are used by pretty much every human being in the world. People use this material because they think it's not affecting anything. It's helping them by holding stuff for them, wrapping stuff for them, and even carries objects for them. But they don't see what's really happening.
It is produced by oil and chemicals. It is distributed by, like when you go to groceries or something, you buy food, they put it inside plastic bags. So that's a bad thing. And it is consumed by only using it one time and just throwing it out in the ocean or landfills. Yeah.
The toxins are being released even when you just throw the plastics away. When they break down, they release toxins into the ground and the air, which affects organisms breathing. If we burn the plastic substance, it will still release toxic chemicals in the oxygen.
80% of the plastic bottles end up in landfills or incinerator. When they are burned, they release toxins. If it's in an incinerator. If you bring your own plastic bags, your own can save 400 or 600 plastic bags a year.
50% of plastics are just made for one-time use only, and 25% is made for long-term use in the UK. In 2007, only 6.8 out of 100% recovered from recycling. So they're saying 92% of plastics end up in landfills, oceans, etc.
When people add plastics into the world, it gets used, then ends up in the very ocean. Animals are getting trapped or dying because the plastics ends up in the ocean. So like they eat the plastic mistaken as food.
The plankton absorb the plastic sand all the way at the bottom. That creates toxins and pollutions in them. So when fish or predators eat the plankton, it gets even more contaminated than it already is. This process is called bioaccumulation. It keeps on moving up the food chain until it gets to the top of it, which is, unfortunately, us.
We can make sure plastics are being reused and recycled. After using it, we can stop buying or refuse to get the plastic bags. So the people who makes the plastics realize that we don't like destroying our world with plastic, so they won't make plastics because they're not making money.
Well, in some places that are less fortunate than others right now are deciding to cooperate on getting more of this material. But then, in other places, more fortunate places, they should or are trying to think about the environment so that the future of them, they, us, or the whole world will never die.
For years and years and years, some chemicals such as sludge for oil have been destroyed by artificial electric plasma torches that is temperatured almost the sun's surface.
If we keep on throwing plastics in the ocean, then the fish will eat the plastics, then we eat the fish with the toxins. Not just fish eat, but
we eat the fish that has the toxins inside the fish. So it's like they're eating the toxins, and then we eat fish, which has toxins inside the fish. So that's pretty much like eating toxins, but with the fish taste.
Well, if we just either start using this material given to us to be used wisely and carefully, we could save all kinds of living creatures in their food chains. Such as, if we stop polluting our ocean, we could actually save the health of 10% of humans who eat seafood, that the seafood ate the toxins, that ate the toxins, that ate the toxins, etc.
If 1 out of every 5 people in the US stopped using so much plastics, we could save 1,330,560,000,000 bags in one lifetime. If we use cloth reusable bags, we save 6 plastic bags a week, which will add up to about 288 bags a year, which can save a whole part in the environment.
It's important because if we live in an environment that cannot keep a safe, friendly, clean environment, people may not be able to survive the dreadfulness and their polluted surroundings. But if we change things around, our lives will just get that much better. So, in this diagram, a plastic bottle, in this diagram it shows how a plastic bottle can be recycled, what it will turn out like, and if it's not. First, if you don't recycle it, when you put it in a trash can that does not get recycled, 2/3 of the plastic bottles are sent to landfills. Once it gets to the landfills, it costs an average of 53 pounds per ton of trash in the landfills. Then it kind of starts to decompose. A plastic bottle takes around 450 years to decompose. But if we recycle it, and put it in the recycling trash can, 1/3 of the plastic bottles are recycled. And then when it gets collected, recycling costs locals authorities 60 pounds to 130 pounds to get it recycled. But it's still getting recycled and reused. So. And then it gets separated. Plastic bottles are separated from other materials, 25 pounds per ton at the MRF. And then it goes over to the sale. Bottles are squashed, baled into cubes, and sold to reprocessing plants. Councils sell them for 70 pounds to 280 pounds per ton, depending on the plastic. Then it goes to reprocessing. Bottles are sorted into different plastics, chopped into flakes, washed and decontaminated. Then they make the product out of it. Recycled plastics might be used to make new plastic bottles, garden furniture, fleece jumpers, trash bags, and wheel bins. We say
that we should stop using or buying plastic bags because it can kill any organism that eats it. So make our world sustainable.
This is our bibliography.
Yeah. This is 2.